No, it's constitutionally illegal for freaking Congress to do these kind of things on their own. So what they do is they create this non-governmental organization to do it in their place and give them the same freaking plenary powers that they have.
Yeah, but these NGOs cannot pardon people.
No, they can't. They can freaking regulate the money. They can regulate
Yeah. It's
tax.
no, just come back to your previous point.
It's Congress's job to do that. It's not freaking the Federal Reserve, but they can get away with it. They can get away with a lot more stuff if they turn around and they set down these non-governmental organizations like the Federal Reserve and the freaking IRS, which is also a non-governmental organization, and have them.
But they have, but there's governmental oversight on these organisations.
Yeah, that's funny. Let's
At least.
let's think of another joke. You know what I mean? That we can come up with.
In theory.
Wait, did you guys see this one?
Be careful. Don't play too much of that on YouTube.
Yeah, well, we're not on YouTube. This is on Rumble. It's our first Rumble premium stream. So go ahead.
Oh wait.
Hold on a minute.
Elon Musk going, and the Fed.
How is that relevant?
Well, Roger was talking about the Fed.
Yeah, the Fed.
Okay.
Now this is one reason why I'm okay with Doge. I might have my issues about other issues, but I really am okay with the Fed is because they're going after these non-governmental organizations that we were just talking about. They've
saved you $1,000 so far, Roger.
Yep.
Per person. That's crazy.
Yep. And
$160.
Has it saved you $1,000? Have you seen that in your day-to-day living?
Wow. If Roger doesn't want that $1,000, I'll take it.
Well, let me put it to you this way. A lot of this stuff is freaking hypothetical because it's not going to be seen until the end of the year. First of all, it's going to be it's going to be through tax returns and things of that nature, if anything. You know what I mean?
Isn't the tax year from April?
Actually, yeah, you're right.
The UK, like the UK.
Tax returns is this month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So that
last month, no.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's May now. Shit, I missed my tax returns. Well, you know, the thing is it's like, well, actually, that might not take place until the following year, anyhow, because of all this stuff has basically been new. You know what I mean? It's going to happen
from April this year to April next year.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
And you have 2 years to file your taxes too. So yeah, I think some people can get away with 3 years. I'm not quite sure. But
I'm not sure about the rules, U.S. rules.
But the whole thing with that now comes to our next one. Now claims are being made that 5 million would lose coverage with national Medicaid work requirements. An analysis from Extelligence Healthcare Payers from Tech Target, which is all medical. They have an article saying that national Medicaid work requirements would significantly reduce enrollment, affecting approximately 5 million beneficiaries, according to a new analysis. And that analysis is from Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. How many expansion adults could lose medical under federal work requirements? And I didn't have a chance to go over what an expansion adult was, but I can go over that here in a little bit. That word seems to pop up over and over again. But it says more than 5 million adults could lose Medicaid coverage in 2026 if Congress enacts a work requirement in states that expand their Medicaid programs. Um, the issue is that researchers analyze policy proposals that would withhold federal fundings for people enrolled in Medicaid expansion ages 19 to 55 who do not report working for at least 80 hours per month. Now, their key findings is that between 4.6 and 5.2 million adults living in states that expanded Medicaid would that expanded Medicaid would lose Medicaid coverage next year under work requirements. More than 9 in 10 adults with Medicaid expansion coverage already work, are looking for a job, attending school, are caring for family members, are in fair or poor health, or reported having a disability. If work requirements are not explicitly limited to the Medicaid expansion population, researchers say more than 30 million adults ages 19 to 55 could be subject to them, and coverage losses would be substantially higher. Now, researchers conclude that most people who would lose coverage under a Medicare work requirement would do so because of difficulty filling out paperwork, not because they can work and choose not to do so. Now that right there is
it's not only just a work or wanting to or not choosing to work. It's also I can see it's going to majorly affect this service sector. I mean, think of all those waitresses and waiters that are getting paid very poor. Think of all those burger flippers in McDonald's. That's an example.
yeah. I mean, well, what is a expansion adult though? You know, what I got from it now is an expansion adult refers to an individual age 19 or older and under 65 who is eligible for Medicaid expansion under the Affordable Care Act. That would be the Obamacare. This expansion allows states to cover low-income adults with incomes up to 138% of the federal poverty level who are previously ineligible for Medicaid. So that's what an expansion adult is. Now,
what is the U.S. poverty level?
Oh God. To be honest, I couldn't tell you what
What was the question?
what is the poverty level for the United States. Now, for everything has changed so much with the money shifting prices so high. It was like I was talking about.
According to
And you have 10 million new illegals on the street.
Anybody that is has a annual income of 15,000 or less.
Okay, so yeah,
Actually, it does. That's a rough thing because Alaska, I can see figures for each individual state.
yeah, because
it does change, but yeah, an average median.
So they want to change everything else, but leave the poverty level at the same level. So it was like 15,000. I think it was at one time 1,000, maybe, or not 15,000, but
for
10,
a family of four, the poverty level is on a rough federal sort of generalization is 32,150.
Yeah, and I remember like 60,000 was at one time freaking an average wage. So that's most likely changed over time. So
what's the poverty rate?
I'd say general average for an individual on the federal basis, $15,650 per annum.
The last time it was done was in 2023, which was then 12.9%. Some places say 11%.
Again, on a federal average.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably a bit higher now.
that's the thing. It's not like they've changed everything else, but they haven't changed the poverty level. You know what I mean? Like, because the value of the dollar is definitely a lot freaking higher now, which means
It's higher here apparently, 13.6%.
But yeah, this is done due again to so-called trade wars, so tariff wars. So again,
in the UK, it's 22%. 1 in 5 people in the UK are in poverty, apparently.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry for you
The great first world nations.
So let me see here. I need to back out of here. Now, do you guys have anything to say else on that one?
On Doge and
no,
in general?
On the expansion adults and freaking Medicaid being lost to these people.
Again, I can see.
I just remember Trump said that the whole Doge thing wouldn't impact people's Medicaid payments. Did that turn out to be
but this is the problem with Trump, isn't it? He says a lot of things and doesn't always have. Much like.
From what I understood is they basically cut down on some of the services of like processing. Oh no, they switched from paper to digital or something like that. So there was like an interruption for either online or digital, and people had to basically come in to prove who they were because there was a lot of fraud in the system. So a lot of old people had to manually go in and check in, like show their ID again and everything, which I think is fair enough because there's no other way to deal with a problem like that. You can't trust people online to be.
Obviously, that's also as a knock-on costs, because you're going to have to employ more civil servants to be able to assess.
I'm not sure they did. I'm not sure they did or not.
Yeah. And see, that's the final. That's the final outcome of what they're trying to do, is to reduce bureaucracy and make it to where it's smaller government. You know, that's what the whole premise behind.
The thing is, they should have dealt with the fraud first and then reduced it, because right now they're going to have just a big backlog of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
maybe you can pull a miracle out.
You know, they're getting those lawsuits in the court systems, and you know, things are going the way freaking democracy, or however you want to determine it, is supposed to work. You know, constitutional government, the right to be sued and to sue and be sued. So this is freaking the United States in action. You know what I mean? Freaking Trump came in, he did what he did, and now these people are suing.
Are these civil cases? Or
it's all.
Because you said to be sued.
The right to be sued.
I thought it would be more criminal related. Fraud is not criminal action.
No.